Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I am Sen. I'm your executive producer here, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $20 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Jeremy Alexander, Smith Bates, Catward Flame, and L, without whom we would do nearly as much of the things that we do now. So, thank you very much for your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm
Holy
sad
shit!
that I didn't hit the booth just
So
before
am
you said
I.
that. We're
I'm
live.
just saying what I've heard.
Ooh. That's I don't know. That has big like Kylo Ren undercover boss energy.
I heard Kylo Ren is ripped.
A reactor like, hey, did you guys hear about this Sephiroth guy? I heard he didn't have legs, just had two giant dicks.
I like how this is all just streaming without context.
Yeah, it happens.
Should I kill everyone right now?
Yes.
Yes.
You already
Feel
killed me.
free.
I've done nothing to you.
We've
Hello,
already
everybody.
died twice in this
And
campaign.
then we jump straight
Again.
into the Exandria game. All right.
Johnny, you say that like I would consider that a threat and not an opportunity.
I didn't say kill everyone's characters right now.
Oh.
Unless you figured out how to force choke over the internet, I feel safe.
I will counter in saying I've done that joke before, but okay.
Well, I wasn't here to hear it, so
Hello,
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to Stardust RPG on Trails of Stardust. I am William or Shawnee. I am your game master for this 5th edition science fantasy campaign of my devising with a bunch of players who feel like making fun of some of my favorite characters in various video games and pushing their limits.
No, I'm not making fun.
Holly
I'm
obviously suited.
criticizing. That is a very different thing.
I like Aerith. Sephiroth is legitimately one of my favorite Final Fantasy villains.
Sephiroth is fine.
He's just a
great.
name that I know. Sorry. I could tell you 0 things about him, them.
You already told us 2 things about him.
Xenos and M itself are getting up there too, but still. But joining me today we have Sen.
I'm Sen. I'm playing Coltarn, the orc artificer, gadgeteer, master, maker, and piloter of giant mech to punch shit with.
So who would that make him in a Final Fantasy game?
I mean, there's one very clear choice.
Steiner.
I mean,
The math guy?
Yes.
No, not the math guy. Wrong Steiner. Not the transphobe either.
No. Get back to me on that.
Okay.
There's actually a couple of different characters that he could be.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I am Jeremy. I am playing Kendall Fairchild, a Ladrin warlock, and Rhinoa is objectively a far better character than Aerith. I'm sorry. It's just true. Facts.
Rhinoa is the same character as Aerith.
No.
All
way
of her characterization is
different.
identical.
Way fucking different.
This is going to be an interesting
She's
game.
very different because she shoots a dog out of a crossbow, you see.
It's true, yes. That is the main difference between
Wait,
her and Aerith.
hold up. I forgot that part.
Actually, so did I. But no, there are wide differences in the characters.
it seems to me that most of the characterization, at least in the one that I was playing, was entirely costuming.
And Jack the Second.
Hi, I'm Jack the Second, and I play Chaos Gremlin Surprise, who is a sorcerer.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Mistle and Varn Rogue. I know nothing about Final Fantasy, aside from the fact that I dream of marrying Barrett, and that's about it.
I mean,
Barrett is very daddy.
he
What-
has a
what's
he
this
has a
about Marion
utility
Barry?
hand.
No, not Marion Barry.
No.
Marrying Barrett.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack as well.
Yeah,
And I'm
yes.
playing Till Wayland, who is a Way of the Iron Path monk and an avian, which in Final Fantasy I think makes him Vincent Van Valentine.
It's Vincent Vincent
Just
Valentine,
Valentine.
yes.
And yes, it does.
Anyway, he's a dude with a gun, and I think that character has a gun, so that's what I'm going with.
He's also a dude with a gun with wings, so it's accurate.
Oh, hey, man, I'm batting 1,000 today. Just call me Two Dicks Valentine.
No.
No, objectively no.
Hey, it's not like that's a nickname I'm trying to make happen. I'm just saying, if anybody wanted to, it's not the worst thing that's happened to me, even this year.
Did Rails even exist this session? No.
No, fuck no.
See, the problem that I'm having is I'm trying to think of what Final Fantasy character that Coltarn would be, and all I'm getting is Luca from Chrono Trigger, which is not the same
The wrong
thing.
game, yeah.
Yeah, wrong game.
And Craig.
But same publisher.
I'm playing the Ethereal, currently known as Just Us, formerly known as Bees, formerly known as Zerathrax, a Swarmkeeper Ranger / Domain of Light Cleric. And the Final Fantasy character that they would be is probably a random encounter in an old castle.
Quinoa from Final Fantasy IX.
Quinoa?
Oh,
Like
is that the name
grain?
that you figured out for yourself?
Yes. No,
Yes,
no,
the name
not
is
for
Quinoa.
Coltarn. For Just Bees
Just
/
Us.
Just Us. Yeah.
Absolutely. They don't eat at all.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
giant armor from the planet's core in 7.
That's
but
right.
Yeah.
But yes,
We're
there's
just
a
a suit of
character.
Magitech armor.
There's a character in Final Fantasy IX called Quinoa, who is a giant swamp thing with a fork and a dress that eats lots of frogs.
Yep.
Have
That's
any
the thing,
grain
we don't
growing
get
on
anything.
it?
What was that?
Okay, hold up. My child just wandered in at that point and they said, relatable.
Your child eats lots of frogs?
I mean, they are a teenager.
I was gonna say,
Also, obviously,
there's
your final-
weirder shit we eat near the Chesapeake Bay.
There's only one like universally always present engineer in Final Fantasy, which is Sid. So,
Yeah, but Sid. I mean, Coltarn could be a Sid, but not like the typical Sid.
Is that Sid
Final
with an
Fantasy.
S or a C?
Final
C.
Fantasy C.
I
CID.
see.
Oh, okay, like the Spanish folk hero.
Yes, actually,
Okay.
exactly.
Mhm.
Sid Highwind, for instance.
I think there's at least one thing that most of us can at least agree not to argue, not to fight about, which is of all the Final Fantasy games, Tactics is the best.
And Tactics is very good.
Tactics is definitely one of the best.
There we go.
But off of this tangent that has taken
Oh,
the first
Mercutio
22
from
minutes.
Tactics. That's it.
Mercutio
Yep.
from Tactics.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
no, that
absolutely.
That's Coltarn.
Shawnee, dear God, go.
This tangent has taken the first 20 minutes of this game.
Look.
No, because we didn't go live.
I was gonna say we
until-
didn't start until at
I've
least
only been
like
recording
quarter
for
after.
I've only been recording for 14 minutes. So
The first 15 minutes of this game, then.
I was gonna say I jumped into the damn it, they don't time step when you jump into roll 20, but like it's only been like 6 or 7 minutes.
But when last we left the Dust Knights, after dealing with several things and getting back onto the ship and
are we
beginning to
powered by
investigate.
Sirenscape this week.
Yes, we are indeed powered by Sirenscape this week.
And
Also,
Oh, yes, and also Black Lives Matter, trans rights, human rights, eat the rich, happy pride, and don't ride shitty ass submarines down to the Titanic.
unless you're a billionaire.
billionaire, in which case, boy, we
Hi,
got
Dad.
tickets.
Unless your name is Elon Musk, then jump in.
Like I said, let's get Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg to do their cage fight on the deck of the Titanic.
Obviously.
And have,
Where else?
I've already forgotten his name. Bezos do the color commentary.
Bezos has never done anything remotely associated with color.
Yep. Well,
I knew where that was going when you said has never done anything. And well done.
that was perfect.
No notes.
No notes. Reddit.
Again, when last we left the Dust Knights, they had re-entered the God, why have I forgotten the name of the ship?
Eventide.
The Eventide. And
remember
discovered
things.
that the missing crew the bodies appear to have been gone because they got up and moved somewhere. As the group opened a small storage room and found 4 skeletons circling each other that then began to attack as soon as they noticed the living. And shortly after, as they began to try and look around with the motion detector picking up activity nearby, the ground burst open as the zombified form of a frost giant began to reach itself up into this area from a floor beneath. And we pick up with a roll of initiative.
Till would like to use his reaction to just go, "What the actual fuck?"
I'm going to use.
Oh, whoops. Well, I got a 22. Let me actually select my character.
I'm
Why-
going to use
Oh,
this icon to indicate that I can see invisible.
Oh, so can I, right?
Yes, you can as
Still-
well.
Struggle.
I do appreciate how randomly topical
Holy shit, do we get new
this
icons?
session has become unanticipatedly.
God, why is this such a struggle?
What was that?
Ah,
Jack, the Elder?
I figured it out. Life is just hard.
A couple of people have new icons, yes.
Yeah, Nabo.
Ignore the fact that this stage is not on a grid right now, even though it looks like there is one, because I had to dramatically scale up the map that I had to turn it into the size that I needed it to be.
Yeah,
We'll
okay,
just use
no
the
worries.
fancy grid.
We can count.
Even with my +1 initiative, I still rolled higher than the Frost Giant.
I mean, you can count.
I can control the NPCs if no one wants to. I will go ahead and roll for them.
Oh, what's just us's Dax?
20. I think we're tied.
Hey, we're tied.
You
Hey,
can go first.
you sure?
Yeah, I mean, even in character, I think Just Us looks at you and just says, "Commander."
Nerd.
Bang, 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 bang.
Players are welcome to control the NPCs if they want. If no one wants to, I can.
I'm not familiar enough with them.
Xander
built
mostly
them-
shoots.
I was about to say, I built them to be fairly simple.
I'll control Xander. Since in character, Kendall's already doing that anyways.
Till, you're up first.
Okay. This is the only threat that's manifested so far.
At the moment, although Kendall
was-
did make everyone aware that there is more motion.
More
around.
motion coming. Okay. Well, we might as well start safe. How tall is the corridor in here?
About 20, 25 feet.
right.
And this giant is only like torso up into the room.
Yeah.
So he's taking up about 10.
Okay. We are taking we are taking to the air. We are moving. I can move 45. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be shooting while we're doing this. We're moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I presume that might provoke attacks of opportunity. I don't know if it can reach all the way to the ceiling. If it does, fine. And we are taking 2 shots at it while we move.
If you go all the way to the ceiling, it cannot quite reach you with just its melee range.
Okay. He's trying to draw attention off towards the corridor side. But That is a 25 to hit
I don't
And a-
believe these guys are hard to hit.
and
No,
a
they're
30
not.
to hit.
Those
Okay.
both hit, yes.
All right.
Yes, I can add your initiative.
You do 13 ballistic damage that counts as magical for the points of overcoming damage or distance. At first, we are going to do a stunning shot. So he would need to make a DC 16 Constitution save, or be stunned.
All right.
And then another 10 ballistic on the back end.
Oh, he is not stunned.
That was a tester. We figured. We're not surprised.
It's 23 damage done to him.
Yep. So yeah. Definitely going for kind of shoulder and head area if we can manage, just to make sure that it's not confused as to where this pain and aggression is coming from.
All right. Just us. You're up next.
You are muted, Craig.
You.
I just realized that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Holding out the bolide blade, which I believe is still ignited. Just Us will place the other hand on the chest plate of their armor and sort of start tracing the sunburst insignia there with one of the fingers, and will say, "I'm going to make us all very difficult for anyone to approach. If anyone wants a little protection, please try to stay close to me." And I will cast Spiritual Guardians at 4th level.
Is that an aura around you?
15-foot aura, which hits the frost giant. And if I remember how to do that, I'm going to go ahead and set it up. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. Hold on.
You're gonna need to do some fiddling with the radius because again the map has been dramatically changed.
All right, I will play with it. Let's see. That I will futz with this while people are moving forward, but otherwise I'm staying put. That does put the giant in the range.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and mark off that slot, and then that means that, let's see. Obviously, I'm designating everyone in the party to be unaffected by it. It has to make a wisdom save.
Everyone in the party except Kendall.
Actually, no. When it enters the area for the first time on a turn, so I assume that's now.
Or starts its turn there. It hasn't entered the area. It's starting its turn there.
Yeah.
That was great timing for Will, actually, just coming after immediately Accent's comment.
Yep.
Shut up, Siri.
Siri says no. Who's running Streeta?
I will.
Not yet. Hang on.
Nope.
At initiative count 20.
So 17, so it takes 8 points of radiant damage.
Yeah.
My save DC is 17.
It'll make that when it starts its turn, rather than.
Oh, fair. Okay. Right.
Till. No, you're actively looking. Give me a perception check.
Yep.
I'm also
My
actively
passive
looking
is
for whatever it's
22
worth.
for what's that's worth. Hey, I rolled exactly that. 22.
All right. I need to have this sheet pulled up because I don't have it made in Roll20.
Oh, do you have a radius around all of us, like a green one? Because I think that's.
Oh yeah, that's the automatic health bar meter. Try a second one.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. That's that. No, it keeps going away.
The API might be in control.
All right, but it's 15 feet. So
Okay. 3 squares.
We'll just use our imagination.
There's my bestiary. I have these stats written out, but not in my.
Listen, Sen, I do not play Dungeons and Dragons to use my imagine. Oh, wait.
All right, I need to roll
Need to roll so many stealth checks.
So your eyes are plastered on it, and you have the see invisibility up, which means they don't get their advantage. Against you specifically, anyway. As you're watching this thing as it tears through and sort of rips holes out of the deck, that as it starts to try and climb its way up, you see sort of shimmering distortions on the on the side of the frost giant that begin to make out sharp, thin shapes that drift up through the hole, and you are not taken completely by surprise when a Stark lunges at you.
Yup.
So I think they all need to make saves, right?
The aura that you have is not. They're on the opposite side.
Well, no. It's not done correctly, and I can't move it. If you center it on me, it should cover the entirety of the frost giant space.
1, 2, 3. It only covers 3 spaces out from you.
Yeah.
They're coming in from over here.
You're pinging on. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. Fair.
yeah, you're pinging on the GM.
I'm pinging on
layer.
the GM layer. Yeah, they're coming in from over here.
Oh, wait. Is this the hole back here?
No, the hole is around the giant.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right.
The giant made a hole. Did I see the Stark coming up?
You would have seen the first one and also the second one.
Okay.
So who all saw them? See invisibility. People with see invisibility.
Essentially, yes.
Johnny, entirely valid if the answer to this is no. My intention was to cover the hole. I thought I had it done from where I was.
All right.
But entirely valid if that's just an error that I made.
I feel like you would have definitely had to have moved up into melee.
Yeah, I think
Oh, just one more forward, I think.
Yeah, which would be melee with the
is
giant.
Melee with the giant.
All right.
so. I mean, if you want to put yourself in melee range with the giant, I can let you do that. But
Yeah, I think I would.
Do it.
so yes, they will need to make those wisdom saves as they emerge.
As they emerge.
Well, the wisdom
Plus
of the
75.
start is legendary. Yes.
I was gonna say with their plus 75 to wisdom,
Mhm.
I'm sure they'll be. I'm sure we're in trouble.
Look, you have to have a high wisdom when you're a Stark. Otherwise, how can you spot the other Starks when it's mating season?
One fails,
Fair
one
point.
succeeds. So one will take 13, one will take half. I'll just use that initial.
Oh,
roll.
well, it should be 17 because it was a higher level cast.
Oh yeah, 17.
Natural
Yes.
selection at work.
Right?
Truly, science is beautiful.
Nature is
Starks or
healing.
not.
Hey now.
Perfect organism.
You're the one that was traumatized by them. Don't hey now me.
Look, Till has trauma. I think they're fucking awesome.
Is
Craig,
a pair of
No.
these large void swimming sharks lunge at Till, moving rapidly. The first one is
Till begins to have Vietnam flashbacks.
Oh,
first-
yeah.
the first one is going to make its bite attack.
Is there any sound as they get hit by the swarm of glowing bees in the air?
What does your swarm sound like?
I mean, the
Bees?
swarm itself doesn't make a sound, but I'm wondering if they make any sound in response to the injury.
They make no sound, in fact.
Okay. All right. Fair.
In point of fact.
Craig,
Yeah.
no ash.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
I knew you would get it, even if no one else.
Uh,
I've been playing a lot of Nemesis.
Till,
I mean, that's fair.
does a 22 hit you?
It does.
So you take 23 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as one of them sinks its teeth into you and is then going to use its Bloody Haze ability.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
As the first Stark's teeth sink into you, it begins to thrash and tear the wound open, and a thin mist of blood is spread out into the area around, which allows the Stark to try and hide again.
Obscuring. Well, there go my temporary hit points.
Well, guys, I don't have a bodyguard anymore, and y'all need to elect a new leader. Let's go.
Not
Are you currently below your maximum hit point value?
Currently, yes.
So the second Stark gets advantage on his attack.
not
against you.
temporary. It wasn't temporary hit points. It was additional
was-
max.
Up now.
Oh, okay.
And
An
you were
18
definitely
hit you.
below your max.
Then I'm definitely below my max.
It was
18 to hit?
18 hit you.
Not even a little bit.
Okay. So as you feel yourself getting ragdolled by this first Stark and the mist of blood being spread around, you see the second one come over and manage to smack it in the side of the head with the butt of your pistol to try and force its jaws aside.
Yep.
So that's it. Till's gone. Let's go.
Till is doing his job as the bodyguard and attracting all of the aggression to himself.
Yes,
Only
Did
till
it
as
bad
we
so quickly.
previously discussed, being stupid.
If only Till was the tank instead of the bodyguard.
Right? Look. I don't know, man.
And then so one thing you notice, Till, as these things get close to you, these Starks don't look like those you've encountered before. They have almost this sort of glassy, white-eyed visage, and as their chameleon skin fades as they enter the attack, they seem almost deathly pale. You sort of begin to suspect that these are some of the adaptations they might have had from living exposed to this necrotic energy for so long.
What's scarier than
Okey-dokey.
Starks?
All I'm saying
Ghost
is,
Necro
Starks.
Starks.
all I'm
Go
saying is that
Stark, baby, go Stark.
I've
You
got-
did- Oh,
I've got 213 hit points between me and dead, and you flew out into a corner by yourself.
Strida is up next. Who's
I
controlling?
respect.
I am. Street is going to Nah, she's gonna hold off on that for now. She's going to run up and Warsoul this giant. Does she have enough space to sort of cheat over to this side a little bit?
Yeah, she can get around there.
Okay, I'm gonna put her right there because her speed's only 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, she can probably squeak that much. Alrighty.
Go door to door singing.
No, that's Wassel, which is also a drink.
Warsoul is the name of Strida's sword.
Yep. 14 and a 14 to hit.
Here we go.
She's not having a great day.
Unfortunately, that is literally one short of this giant's armor
Yep.
class.
So yeah, two swipes with the sword, probably both bouncing off of the plating or something.
Well, this creature has its hands up, and so as she swings, it sort of with its massive, like, decaying paw, it sort of bats the swords aside. Mistle, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, none of those Starks are within 5 feet of her, are they?
No, they're just outside
Okay.
of it.
Just outside? Okay.
What is
so excited for you
staying
to
next to
be
me
angry.
right now?
Although, actually, technically speaking, these things are huge monstrosities, so
The
they
thing
are.
standing next to you is the Zervon.
They
That's-
actually,
oh.
both of them are within 5 feet of Strida.
Okay.
whole turn.
I'm gonna say as a bonus action, she activates Warden's Grasp then.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh no, wait, they're huge. It would have to be a larger, smaller creature. Never mind, she doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, Mistel's going to attack the big one. Do I get sneak attack on this at all?
You do because there is a friend, because there is an ally in melee with it. So if you hit, you will get sneak attack.
Okay.
Still, I have
stab
some
him,
bad
Mistle.
news.
You can
Uh,
also.
Kendall, Miss
not
Fairchild,
quite.
don't you fucking dare.
Actually, yeah, no, it's a 3x3, right? So yeah, you would
Are you? I don't believe you're currently blessed, Mistle.
Mistle get
Wait, why
Advantage.
am
So
hold
didn't
on.
these?
These cast aid, not bless.
No, I don't know why this is in here right now.
Hang on, I can fix that.
Hold on. Okay.
Shawnee,
Yes.
I know the circle doesn't fill the space that the giant fills, but wouldn't Mistle get advantage for flanking with Strita?
No, it doesn't have to. Like, it doesn't. It only really has to like cross the edge. It does not actually have to go through the giant space to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like, so wouldn't that give the advantage?
No, because it has to pass through the giant, like the actual giant.
Okay.
Like, it,
Okay.
Yeah.
you're sort of scraping the edge there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
One step over would have it.
Yeah, you could theoretically draw flanking there. I can turn off the bless attack bonus.
But an 11 misses.
Yes, so an 11 will miss.
Okay.
Surprise! You're up.
All right.
Oh, can I attack with my offhand?
Oh yes, you can. Sorry, go ahead.
You rolled damage.
That was damage.
Oh, that was damage?
Yep.
Hit the
Oh,
short
that's-
sword.
okay,
16.
16. There.
16 hits.
Yay. Okay.
So roll that damage and then also roll your sneak attack.
Okay.
That shouldn't add your dex because it's your offhand. Hang on. Plus nothing. So that should be 6 piercing damage plus 13 sneak attack. So that's going to be 19.
19. Hell yeah.
It is the Zervin's turn.
Hey.
No,
Oh,
it's,
sorry, surprise. Sorry,
yes,
I kept hitting the button.
Um,
Surprise.
I watched Till get bit by something that I couldn't see, correct?
Yeah, you definitely saw a blur of motion that you couldn't quite keep track of, and then Till explode in a haze of blood.
All right. In response to that, I'm going to cast where's the name of the spell?
Both of these Starks are currently hidden from everybody except Till.
I'm gonna
And-
drop a sickening radiance
Sickening Radiance
above
is an
the hole in the ship.
Sickening Radiance is an aura that comes off of you.
No, it's it's a sphere based on a point within 120-foot range.
Is it?
Yes, I'm looking at the spell text right now.
Yes, from a
it is-
point from a 30-foot sphere centered on the point you choose.
Yeah, it's not an aura. Yeah, you
It's
can
the
put that when
it's-
we're
It's the other one that's the aura that I always.
Yeah,
that-
but I'm not talking about the other
Right,
one.
yeah,
I'm talking
no,
about
no,
sickening radiance.
That's just me getting spells mixed up.
I'm gonna drop it so that it covers the hole, and also the giant is in that area too. Which is going to require a con save from anything in that 30-foot sphere, and will have the lovely side effect that anything in or traveling through that sphere is impossible to benefit from being invisible.
dope.
All right. Are you tracking the sphere on the frost giant and the hole that he's coming out of, and trying not to hit Strita, or are you trying to catch Strita and the Starks in it?
Oh, hold on. Oh, I was counting wrong. Oh, 30 feet is bigger than I thought it was. Okay. Let's make a decision.
30 feet is 5 squares.
And remember, that is the
That
radius,
is not what I wanted to do. Sorry,
not
guys.
the diameter. So this thing is 60 feet across.
Oh no, that's a lot.
Yeah, that.
bigger than I
Oh
thought
yeah,
it
no, it's a
was.
fucking huge. Like, I mean, you
it's-
want to talk
it's-
about area
I
denial?
think Strita.
Hell yeah.
I think Strita has resistance to radiant damage.
Yeah, but the prize doesn't know that.
Yeah.
And no, she does not.
Oh, never
Strita
mind.
is
Yeah, this is to acid, cold, lightning, and poison.
Yeah.
this one.
Yes, that's her. She's a demi-goddess.
Yeah, it's the ruler should generally match up, but I had to really futz with it to try and make it drag. You're just looking at a 10 square across aura,
Oh my goodness. Oh my
which
goodness.
I think will cover basically the majority of this place.
To be
Oh,
fair,
no.
How big is it?
30.
30-foot
Yeah, never
radius.
mind, I guess.
That's the length of this entire map.
Yeah, no, that's okay, never mind.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It's a
7, 8,
60-foot
9.
wide map.
Yeah, okay. Scratch that. I'll
I
go
do like
back
the
to my
idea of you
original.
doing that and everyone just turning and looking at you and you just going, surprise.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
no, that
5,
was-
6, 7,
no.
8, 9,
Uh,
10. Actually,
that
it's
was
more.
legit-
It's more than that. I just can't get the ruler to line up just right. At the very back of this map, 10 squares across will catch Mistle. So if you put it,
No,
let's
I'm
see,
not.
if you
None of the
put
above.
it,
Let
None of the above.
they're
1, 2,
happy
3,
to move
4,
on.
5.
None of the above.
Johnny, they're happy to move on.
I forgot it was 5 and not 10. For some reason,
Okay.
my brain thought it was 10, and thus I would have a lot more space. So we're not doing that. We're gonna mind whip the giant instead.
Yeah. There is a place you could put that where it wouldn't catch anyone with a giant. It's basically
Yeah.
at the very back.
Nope, skipping it entirely. I
for
want
it.
an int save from the giant instead.
All right. Giant makes an intelligence save. Now, let me tell you how good its int save is. Well, rolled high enough. 13. Rolling on a 17 on the die gives it a 13 save, which I don't think is good enough.
I think that would. It looks like my spell save DC is 14.
So it fails.
So that means I'm going to do some damage, right?
Yes.
I'm going to, I have a butt. Where's my butt?
on your main page.
I've definitely played a spellcaster before, guys. I definitely know what I'm doing here.
Your DC's actually 16, yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's... I rolled damage really bad.
That's unfortunately set for 3H6. 1 second.
Yeah, the damage is typoed.
Oh,
Okay, Shawnee can fix it for you.
I'll fix that real quick.
here. I'll just roll dice real quick while you do that.
Yeah, just roll 3d6 real quick.
That's better. 15 is much better. And it also affects his action economy.
$3d6. Spell attack none, 3d6 damage.
Yeah, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one.
Well, it's a good thing. It's already standing where it needs to be. The Zervin. It takes 15 more psychic damage, and then, yeah.
Cool. Mistle is small enough that I can be in her space, right?
Yes, she is tiny.
Yeah, so...
Mistle is on just us right now.
Alright, yeah, so I'm going to step up to forego... I'm going to forego punching right now in order to cast Fairy Fire in this area over here.
Reminder that you can't cast any spells that target anything but you and the vehicle because everything else has total cover from you right now.
Alright. Launch my Fairy Fire grenade.
Basically, because the vehicle is between you and everything else, everything has total cover from you. And you have total cover from everything else.
To be clear, I don't have to be able to see where I put the Fairy Fire. It just says each object in 20-foot cube within range. Not within range that I can see.
Generally speaking, picking a point outside of total cover, and I believe this is written into the Dust Runner rules, is that you can't target anything outside the vehicle. So,
Alright, that's fine. Well, that shoots that in the foot. In that case... In that case, I'm just going to punch the giant. Twice.
Yeah. You have a big punching tool for this purpose.
You said, ooh.
It looks like I'm gonna have to punch.
A 17 and a 28.
Both hit. Roll damage.
So just steps forward with that large, that oversized electrical fist, just rears back and just slams it twice into the giant's face for typoed bludgeoning, but 9 bludgeoning and 5 lightning, and 14 bludgeoning and 7 lightning. Rolled really crappy on the lightning damage both times. And it has the powerful blow ability, which means that it ignores resistance against bludgeoning damage if it has any.
Yep.
Arc Lightning 2 only matters if there are enemies within 5 feet of it, in which case 2 of those enemies would take half of the lightning damage.
So it's going to be minus 14 and then minus 21. Jasira is up next, if anyone would like to pilot her, or I can do that.
Oh, sorry. And then bonus action, I'm going to stomp on the
sorry.
giant because I can I can do that.
Right, go for it.
Bonus action, stomp the giant.
Herb stomp.
18.
Right, go ahead.
For
Or 9 more. Okay.
9 bludgeoning. Does he count as prone if he's crawling up through the floor?
No, he is definitely not prone.
Okay, so 9 bludgeoning damage.
All right. Yeah. So Jasira. I guess I will take her if no one wants to. As I try and find my frost giant zombie. There we are. Jasira is going to. Between the two weapons, she's going to just sort of reach a hand out and fire a pair of fire rays into the zombie. She doesn't have advantage, but that 25 will hit for 5 fire damage, and with a natural one, she will miss the second one. Now it's the giant's turn. As it has been attacked from many different angles. If I recall correctly, the Zervin is not immune to specific. What is the Zervin is not immune to specific conditions, is it? Aside from like poison and such.
Yeah, other than basic construct immunities.
Yeah.
It's bipedal, so it can be knocked prone.
Yeah. So the frost giant zombie will sort of lean forward after having been pounded from several different directions and sort of lock eyes and stare at the Zervin. I need the Zervin to make a Constitution saving throw.
It uses... It's 18 con for the save. So... I'm just gonna up my Constitution temporarily to match the Zervins and roll it from my character sheet. 24.
Nice.
So it takes the Zervin's joints begin to like ice over as this zombie's freezing gaze tries to take hold, but it manages to keep itself moving and does not freeze solid.
One joint starts to freeze and then it just twists and the ice shatters off of it.
Don't forget the damage from the spiritual guardians, by the way.
Oh yes, it needs to make a wisdom save. It fails.
So it takes that we're still using the same roll, or should I roll again?
I roll it again just because I used that one for the Starks. 12.
All right.
Xander's up.
Xander is going to...
Kendall, you're on deck.
Oh, unless you wanted to pilot Xander, Jeremy.
Go ahead.
Xander is going to shoot the giant twice. Because he doesn't have anything else to do at the moment. It doesn't look like he's got... His weapon does count as magical for purposes of overcoming damage and immunity. He has +2 bonus to range attack roll, which I assume is already calculated in. Yep, so he's going to shoot twice. 12 and a 23.
23 hits.
5 points of fire damage. Rolled a 1.
Yep.
It is explosive, though. I don't know if that means anything in this particular case.
Not in the particular instance.
Yeah. All right.
Kendall, you're up.
Bonus action, Misty Step. I'm there.
Miss Fairchild?
Shut up! This is your fault. And then I am casting Fairy Fire on.
Okay. Aiming for everything in that region where the Starks are.
Yeah, I kind of have to because I can't see them.
All right. Both Starks and Till make deck saves. So the Starks are going to make them
28. I'm
Yeah,
a
new
nimble
Till would
ass
be
motherfucker.
They're both going to make their deck saves, which are pretty decent. One rolls a 21, the other one rolls a 9.
Okay.
Assuming your DC is between those two numbers.
Yes, it is.
So one of them is outlined in Fairy Fire.
What
I'll say
does
Oh.
Kendall's fairy fire look like?
I've described it before. I'm going to be honest. I don't remember.
Wasn't it like disco ball club kind of?
I feel like that's what probably.
yeah.
Also, oops. Oh well. I need anything within 5 feet of me, which looks like it's Strita, the Frost Giant, and one of the
One's it?
Starks.
Yeah.
Maybe the other one. I can't tell.
Not quite. Actually, no, I think both of them are, yes. Both
Okay.
of them are.
I need them all to take 4 points of fire damage because I am in summer.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I was in spring for a while, but someone pissed me off.
Was it
This
Till?
giant is not looking good.
Sorry, it's kind of everybody, really, but yeah, that was
Everybody
was one
but
of them.
Xander?
I don't. Okay, let's cut it down to a few people.
We just got here.
That's what you did wrong.
Be fair. Yeah.
Let's just say you're efficient. And that's my turn.
Hell yeah.
All right. Till, you're up.
Okay. So one of these guys is fairy fired, which gives you advantage, right?
Yes, the one directly above you.
Okay. That one is getting a gunshot.
And the Fairy Fire has hidden its stealth from you. Has removed its stealth.
God damn.
You can thank me later.
16 damage. I will burn one more key point to see if I can get a stunning shot off on that one. So that will be a con save for
Con save. There's RA +5. That's a 10. It fails.
all right. So that one's stunned.
He's indeed
Great.
stunned.
Alrighty. And then since that looks like it worked, we're going to shoot the other one for a 29. 13 ballistic damage. Fuck it, I'll burn another key point. Make that one roll a con save too.
That's a 24.
Okay, so that one's not stunned.
Yes.
Okay. Well, one active Stark on this next round is better than 2 active Starks. And then Till, if he can, we'll make a perception check to make sure we have not missed any other Starks in the immediate area.
As 2 pop up like right here.
Behind, yeah,
and here.
exactly. That's what he's worried about.
Roll me a perception check.
23. He is slightly more alert than he was last time.
The fact that you are not responding and are moving to click things makes me suspect there are more parts.
You
There
do
are
spot
always more
a
Starks.
you do spot a third
Behind you, Miss Fairchild!
and fourth sliding up.
Yeah, the zombie. I know it's fine. He's busy
More
with other things.
Starks. Mm.
Fuck.
Well,
Yes.
that's all he can do.
As the Starks that were free on this ship appear to have been in the floor beneath before this zombie burst the hole open to allow them in.
They're in
Yep.
the floorboards.
Just us. You're up.
Just Us moves forward, the cloud of luminous bees floating with them, and we'll take a slash. We'll take a slash at the Frost Giant zombie.
All right.
With the bullseye blade. That's a 26.
That'll hit.
Also, Nikki
11
in,
points of damage.
Nikki in chat says Oliver says good luck in space.
Thanks, Ollie.
I think that might be force damage.
It is. I believe no. It's a regular blade. It doesn't do.
Oh,
force
just
damage,
okay. So it's
slashing.
slashing. And then we'll move. Or is there enough space between the giant and Kendall here?
Hang on. The giant needs to make a con save real quick. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It barely made that, but okay.
All right. So in that case, I'm going to use my Swarm Keeper feature and have the bees sort of swarm around it and hit it one more time.
All right.
Which it just gathered swarm. It's 1d6, but so it's 5 more points of piercing damage.
Yeah. Wait, actually, that's real bad. 5 plus the damage taken. Nope, it falls to the bees.
Okay, cool. And then as
the bees swarm over the frost giant, and its body just sort of collapses down into the hole.
Is it so it's like it's gone in the hole?
Yeah, it was beginning to climb out of it, but it is killed, and its body just sort of slumps down and falls into the floor beneath.
As it's falling down, Just Us will say, "Hold on," to Mistle, and will, if I can, run up the arm, jump off, and shoot with my bonus action with my hand crossbow at the stunned Stark.
All right, make that attack with advantage because it's stunned.
Oh, is it stunned? Oh,
It is stunned as well. Yeah.
nice.
So that I have advantage on that, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like 7 different ways.
Yeah, you have a bunch of advantage piled onto that thing.
All right. Well, that'll be a 24.
Yep. Roll damage.
So 6 points of damage. And now I assume I can land here.
Yeah.
And I take Mistle with me, right?
Yep. The Mistle's riding on you.
Does this bring back a memory, like out of curiosity? Do I remember fighting with a very small person?
You do, in fact. You don't
Okay,
have
cool.
you don't get a whole lot of details out of it, but you do seem to have a memory of a very diminutive ally that you had many battles with.
So
Hell
what, like
yeah.
one of the secret keepers might have been around Mistle's size?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And that is my turn. My thing moves with me, if you would. I don't know why I can't move it. I apologize.
It's all right. I just need to actually be able to click on the damn thing. There we go. Meow. Which is good, because it's all 4 Starks' turns, and they now need to make those wisdom saves.
All 4 Starks that we can see.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
For those listening, I just rolled 4d8 and got a 1, a 1, a 3, and a 1.
What's your DC?
17.
None of them make it. Cool. All of them take 6 damage.
And are not able to benefit from being invisible.
Oh, nice.
If it makes a difference, it's radiant.
It doesn't here, although at least not for damage purposes, although you think it might make some difference otherwise, because
wait, no.
these Starks appear to be necrotically adapted.
Right. Okay.
One of the Starks on Till is stunned, the other one is not, so it's going to just take a bite with advantage.
No, I can't do that yet. Never mind.
Whoa, that's a natural 20.
Woohoo!
This is going to hurt.
Yep.
Hold on, Till. I just need like 6 more levels, and I got you
Okay.
back.
No
Apparently,
worries.
it's not going to hurt. At least it's not as much as it could, because that's 3 1s in its dice.
Yay.
So take 25 points of piercing damage.
Wait,
Oh,
I
could've
want
been-
to. Can I see this one? The one that is attacking right now?
Not at the moment because it passed the fairy fire save and is currently hidden in the blood haze.
Yep.
Oh, BKB. Could have been worse.
Yeah, could have been much worse because it rolled
Yeah.
6 d10s plus 6 and 3 of them were
Whoa.
1s.
How is Till looking?
He's got big wings that are encased in.
All right, you.
Make me a fucking medicine check.
All right.
Sorry, I'm a
I-
huge believer in you don't know.
Can I do that outside of my turn?
Go ahead.
That's a 19. I might know.
He's looking pretty fucked up. He's at less than half of his max health. Kendall,
Yep.
as you're trying to figure out what's going on, a shark comes out of nowhere trying to bite your face off.
Cool.
As it was hidden from you. Wow, that was almost a natural 20. I'm assuming 28 hits you.
One that I can see.
Yes, you can see this one happening.
Okay, then I'm a silvery barbet.
Okay, cool. I have to roll again and choose a new one. Okay.
And I'm going to give. How many of the Starks can I see?
3 of them.
3 of them. All right, then I'm going to give myself the advantage.
Not a bad choice.
The new roll is, however, still a 25.
I was gonna say an attack against me was the wrong one because these things probably have to roll like a 3 to hit me or something like that. My armor
What's your
class is
AC?
13.
That's roll 4 to hit you.
You're surprised.
Okay, 4. Yes, you hit.
So you take 15 points of piercing damage. And similarly, this one
Okay.
begins to thrash and spread out a haze of blood.
Okay,
The next one is gonna come over and gnaw on the Zervin.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
I don't think it actually leaves your threatened range at any point.
I think my threatened range is only.
It's only 5 feet, but it doesn't actually leave within 5 feet of you because it takes up 3 squares.
yeah,
Jesus,
they're
okay.
smaller on the map. They should be
Okay,
more
yeah,
of this size.
that is
then.
fair.
Yeah, they don't have the full circle around them, so.
Because I'm just using a model rather than giving them a full-on token because I don't have
Hell
a
yeah.
stat sheet.
No,
made.
that's totally cool, and I like how it looks. I get what you're saying now.
The Zervin is uninjured, so they do not get their blood frenzy advantage.
Would they even get it if the Zervin was injured because it doesn't have blood?
They get advantage on melee attacks against any creature that does not have all of its hit points.
Okay.
Does 26 hit the Zervin, however?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I do like what that implies. That implies that the stars are like, oh yeah, this is going real well.
Does the Zervin count as a creature?
It is. It is enough of a creature to have hit points in an armor class.
Well, because vehicles, I don't know how vehicles stack on.
They
the creature scale.
they count as a creature or not a creature whenever it's a disadvantage.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, for balance purposes, I think it needs to be a creature no matter what.
That's fair. I'm just curious because I genuinely
Yeah,
don't know.
It basically gets whatever is worse for you between being a creature and not being a creature.
Gotcha. How much damage?
Get off the fact that the Starks understand that this machine is wounded. I just keep picturing one with a monocle going, "Oh, I say, chap, rather good strike against that mechanical."
22 damage to the Zervin.
Seems to be something up with one of those sprockets in the leg.
See if you can find an on-off switch, Reginald.
Wait till they adapt to the Zervin and we get steampunk Starks.
You get Cyber Starks. That might have been the danger of what might happen if they had actually made it to Tintaris, because gnomes love tinkering.
Cyber sharks.
What have your careless hands wrought?
I mean,
So what we're
Zervin?
saying is, once again, for the second time this week, and we're glad that an exploration voyage went wrong.
Too soon? No.
No.
Exactly soon enough.
Yeah, fuck Ernest Shackleton.
Street is up.
Strida is now zombieless. But there's a
I always
No,
shop
the
at
stun
zombie
war-
shoe stores.
the stun wore off of that Stark at the end of his turn. So
It's turn at the end of your turn.
oh, that's a good question actually.
I think it's the end of your next turn.
End of my turn. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
if
Well,
that's a
if she's
multiple
got
of
advantage
that.
on something, she's gonna take a shot at that then. Alrighty. Bada bum bum. War soul. Hell yeah, atta girl. So I'm
Both hits.
assuming both of
Bunch of
those
crit.
hit.
We're solid it.
So she does 17 slashing and 5 radiant to the Stark, and then 10 slashing and 6 radiant to the Stark.
22 and 16.
Yep.
All right. Mistle is up.
Target rich environment.
Wow, yeah. I know these things are supposed to look terrifying, but these little Starks are kind of adorable.
Yeah, the token you chose is adorable,
Yeah.
just like real sharks.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm still going for the big guy.
It's dead. Sorry.
Oh, it's
guy's
dead?
dead.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
an X over it.
zombies dead.
Put an X over it.
I
Okay.
thought I did, but it didn't.
Some of the bees.
I saw it there for a moment, and then it vanished again.
I'm
Yep.
just gonna delete the
Like-
thing.
like-
Better
the
way
non-divine
to
bees
do it.
are
I
still
was
stinging
disappointed
it.
I didn't get a chance to wallop it.
Can I see the Starks?
You can see the 3 that are immediate. Actually, you can see 2 of them that are immediately around you because one is hidden
Okay.
itself in a blood haze.
Okay, then I'll go for this one since I'm still on just us.
You will be
This one's the
attacking.
one in the butt haze.
Yeah,
so-
you will be attacking it.
Oh.
You can try and attack it, but it will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
My blood.
Yes, it is indeed Kendall's blood.
In that case, she's gonna fly over to this one.
There you go.
Get that flanking.
Why,
if
why
you-
did I
if you
hear
fly-
that in like the cadence of Tom Jones from Burning Down the House? My blood. They might get what they're after.
Yeah, if you fly over here, you can get flanking with it.
Okay, then yes.
So roll your attack with advantage.
Cool, baby. I'm
Petition
old.
for this to be just us's new voice.
Look, there's your
Yeah,
sneak attack.
Mistle. Hell
What's
yeah.
new, Cyberstocks? Whoa!
Okay, roll your critical damage and then roll double your sneak attack damage.
Gotta love when a rogue
How do I
crits.
roll critical damage on this?
Just
click
hit
on the short sword.
Yeah.
Click
just
on the,
click
the
on it.
button in the chat. Where the name of the attack in the chat were underneath that.
Yes, I
difficulty you
see.
rolled.
Okay.
So that that was not great.
No, it
You rolled
wasn't.
2 1s there. Oh no, sorry, it didn't roll the extra d6. Hang on,
Oh.
it's currently set at the damage on Wow, a lot of people's character sheets got fucked up at some point. Hang on a minute.
Well, yeah, they're updating the UI fairly regularly right now.
Which can cause some issues, yeah.
come up with a new one. So that's gonna regularly.
Hang on. Let's just really quick roll 2d6 plus 5 there.
It's
Okay,
Is
11
that-
damage, and
is that a
then
sneak
roll your
attack?
sneak attack.
Yeah.
Roll your sneak attack twice.
yeah.
Twice. Okay.
Good lord.
Wow, that's like a
So
sneak
many
attack.
ones. So many ones.
Oh my gosh.
That was
8d6,
28 total.
Half of them were ones. And the other half were 2s and 3s with one
There's a
Uh,
5 in there.
Over
one
half.
5. Yeah.
63% were ones.
You hear
No, exactly half. There were 4 ones. out
One,
of the
2,
8
3.
dice.
Well, among the 8, but if you also include the.
Oh yes, if you also include the
Alright.
damage on the dagger,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair. Because they're also d6s.
There
Which
were
I
a
guess
lot
is
of ones
still
in there.
half because it's 5 out of 10 instead of
That's right.
4 out of 8, but still.
Yeah.
Mistel, you hear a fine strike, Mistel, our once and forever friend.
Can I also attack with my offhand?
Yes, go ahead. You have advantage on that one as well.
Oh, cool.
Dust is very sappy.
Ceremonious, you
Creepy.
might say.
Creepy is the word you were looking for.
Hits.
There
roll.
are many words.
Did the music stop or is it starting over?
Sounds like it
Did the
stopped
mu-
to me.
It's
Yeah, I don't
certainly
hear it.
It was starting over.
I feel like
Oh,
Sen
yeah.
has
I
a
should load
particular
Sirenscape.
Me
in
too.
this.
Mm.
And like now they're not giving me shit for the music.
Again, that needs to not add your dex to the damage, but that is unfortunately 1 damage because that was minimum roll.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 1s being rolled on your damage.
Oh, that's right. The 80s slasher music.
Surprise, you're up. You have advantage on your next d20 roll.
Yes. So there are 2 Starks that I can see right now because one of the 3 disappeared, correct?
Yes, there are 2 that you can see right now.
That is
And
unfortunate.
you theoretically know where the other ones are. You would just have disadvantage trying to hit them because you can't see them.
I'll just go for the 2 that I can see. I'm going to throw a twinned upcast magic missile to do 3.
You can up. I don't think you can twin magic missile because it
You
takes
can't
more than one
twin
target.
magic.
It
yeah,
is?
you can't twin.
Aw,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Because- yeah,
they
you can-
they
'cause you can-
specifically call that one out for.
Yeah,
because
because you can pick more than one target with it.
Aw, damn.
Now I will give you the choice here. Do you want to roll 1 die for all of your missiles, or do you want to roll each missile individually?
Wait. I wanted to. I gotta rethink.
Okay, yeah, you can rethink your spell if you want. You can
Just
pick a
a
different thing.
second.
Twin spell is weirdly tricky, and it's like unfortunately it's way more restricted than you want it to be for sure.
Yeah, it requires that the spell be single target.
Yeah.
And technically, magic missile is not single target.
Yeah, because you can
spread
pick
it out.
several. Yeah. Mm-hmm, yep.
I
Same with Scorching
heard an
Ray.
interpretation that Chaos Bolt doesn't count as single target, which I think is bullshit because it's
Wait,
Why
Chaos
does
sorcerer only spell.
Bolt target either?
why does Chaos Bolt not count?
It legitimately targets one thing.
Yeah, the argument that I've heard is because it can bounce, but I personally
No.
think that's bullshit. And in all of my games, I'm like, no, you can totally twin
It-
Chaos.
No, you can twin Chaos
It
spell.
can bounce, but you only target once.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I mean, again, you're preaching to the choir on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
no, yeah,
I've seen some.
I can
developers-
see the argument in that it can technically hit multiple targets if you roll doubles, but that happens after the initial casting. So
Correct.
I would say you can absolutely twin Chaos Bolt.
Also, like that's what
Absolutely.
kicks ass about being a sorcerer.
I'll twin my Chaos Bolt then.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
I'm going to. I can upcast it too, right?
Yes, you
Yeah.
can indeed upcast your twin spell.
All right. So one of them is at advantage.
Yeah, so the first of these 2 attacks will be at advantage.
All right. So when I click it, if everything works appropriately, it should ask me
What
what
level you want to
level I
cast
want
it
it.
at?
No, it
Yeah.
didn't ask.
It should ask you when you click to roll damage.
Oh, okay.
13 does hit exactly.
All right. So then I click Chaos Bolt to roll damage.
Correct.
Boop. Oh.
Hey, both your D8s match.
Both my D8s match.
Hell
wait,
yeah.
hold on.
Thunder.
And I use my what am I? D8s match, and I'm using my D8s to determine the.
Yeah, your D8s determine whether it bounces.
Wait, my
And
D8s
determine the damage type. So yeah.
So it's going to be thunder because they're both an 8.
Yes. So
and then it bounces. So that's going to. Oh my god! Why did I have to choose the complicated spell?
Surprise!
New attack roll against a new target, and make a new damage roll. All right. This one is not at advantage because I already used my advantage. So let's. And it's going to go to a different Stark because it has to do that.
Yes.
I mean, Till's within 30 feet of that Stark. If you wanted to hit him.
Kendall.
Not this time.
Okay.
We'll
All
go
right.
back
That's
to
fair.
that idea.
So,
We'll keep it on the books.
Technically
Put a pin in
speaking, you can go on this. You can go at the stunned Stark with that bounce, and it will still have advantage because
What
it's stunned. Because there's one of the Starks is stunned, and you can reach it. Because it's stunned, the extra attack will have advantage on it.
Is that one of the two that I can see, or one of the ones?
Yes, you can in fact see it.
So there's the two that I can see. I can bounce to the other one that I can see. Is what we're saying.
Yeah, and you will also still have advantage because it's stunned.
Yeah, let's do that.
So all three of your attacks will have advantage.
Yeah, because my next one was going to be for the other
that one's
Stark,
going to be taking 2. Yes.
Yeah.
because I twinned it.
Yes.
Oh wait, let me adjust my sorcery points for my twinning.
Now watch, we get like constant 8s, and then we realize, oh, that's why some people restrict down twin.
I feel like statistically that's so rare that's why it's
16 to hit.
Absolute.
16 hits, roll damage.
It's nonsense.
Still at level 4.
They don't match, so they don't bounce again.
No,
but you do deal a lot of damage.
Either 4 or 7, right?
7.
Let's do a force.
All right.
Force is always a good choice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So then I get.
There's only like one thing that's resistant to force damage.
Because I twin.
Darth Vader.
Specifically, helmed horrors are immune to it, I believe.
Or anything with a brooch of shielding.
So now this other one is also advantage because it's at the one that I just hit.
Yes.
Twin, not the bounce.
Hell yeah.
17 hits, roll damage.
Actually, brooch of shielding only protects against magic missiles specifically.
Oh,
Yeah, resistance to force damage outside that.
Hey, that bounces again.
This one is not an advantage, though.
Yes, this one will go to the other one who is not at advantage.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about because it gives you resistance.
Oh,
to
yeah.
you res-
Sorry, somebody said immunity, and my brain is cooking, so
Yeah.
But an 18 hits.
sort of got us this bounces again.
Oh, that last one was psychic damage. If it
Yeah,
matters.
because it was a 7, yeah. All right, roll your damage. It doesn't bounce, but it does deal a bit of more damage.
Wait, why am I only rolling 1d6 for each of these?
That
You're
number
not.
up top that says variant is the extra damage.
Oh,
The extra
okay.
3d6s.
Okay.
You did 12 damage.
Okay. I'm just bad at
After
reading.
doing a metric fuck
Wait,
ton
one
of damage the first few, this one rolled normal.
Opposite this time. Why-
Actually low.
Yeah, this one could roll kind of low.
Yeah, that's fine. I did 4. I twinned one spell and got 4
You
spells.
literally just pinballed them.
Speaking of that last hit on the stun one, killed it.
Yeah. You spent
Wait,
4 spell slots and hit 3 Starks. Or sorry, you spent 1 spell slot and hit
No,
3.
I
2.
I used 1 spell slot and I hit 2 Starks 4 times
Total,
Yes.
yeah.
for
Yeah.
1 spell slot.
What does it look like when Surprise casts this?
What does it look like when Surprise casts Chaos Bolt? An expletive is hurled along with just a mass of. It starts out as void energy, but then it's like an undulating mass of rotating energies that splits out and literally pinball machines boing boing.
Fantastic.
But the verbal component is definitely an expletive.
uh,
A fine display. Surprise. Aptly named.
Yeah, I'm great.
It is the Zervan's turn, unless you had anything else you want to do on your turn.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I would like to make this Stark between me and Mistle regret all of its life choices.
All right. What are you going to do with that?
Going to punch it real hard.
Roll me your attacks.
What you gonna do with all this tech?
28
All this
to
tech
hit.
inside your mech?
That'll hit. Their AC is not high. They just have a lot of hit points that hit hard.
For 9 bludgeoning and 15 lightning damage.
That will kill it.
All
in
right.
fact.
And then I will move over here. And similarly, the other.
So you will be rolling a normal attack here because while you are flanking, it is concealed. So,
Do I get...
you would have disadvantage. but
It's
your
in a
advantage
blood.
cancels it.
It's in a blood cloud.
Yeah.
Is there a perception check to see it, to pick it out in the blood cloud, or is it just
Nope.
full-on concealed?
You can roll a perception check if you want to try and pierce it, but it's got a pretty high DC.
Let's see. May as well try.
Not enough.
19. And there's no differentiation between it and the blood as far as my thermal vision is concerned?
Not really. In fact, the blood actually does a lot to obscure your thermal vision.
Cool. So, flat roll.
Flat roll.
31 to hit.
That'll hit.
Damn.
Or 13 bludgeoning and 16 lightning damage. And if that other Stark is within 5 feet of it, it'll arc over to it for half the lightning.
They are
damage.
5 feet. They are more than 5 feet apart.
Okay.
Jasira's up. She's going to step forward a little bit just so she gets a slightly better view. The only 2 targets that she has left are at disadvantage. So she will fire her heavy revolver twice at the one that is on Kendall. 9 misses. Natural 1 misses.
Oof, yeah.
And the offhand swarm pistol at disadvantage. 14 hits though. So a pair of revolver shots just sort of zip past and miss into the cloud of blood. But the offhand that is holding a swarm pistol just fires a burst of energy. Does connect for 3 radiant damage.
Nice.
That makes it Xander's turn.
And it's going to pop off 2 disadvantage shots against the one chewing on Kindle. 19 and a 12.
The 12 misses, the 19 hits.
For 12 fire damage this time.
Significantly better.
Blur. Kendall, you're up. There's a Stark chewing on you.
There's a shark stewing on you.
Let's see. I mean, we've got 2 left. I will. Sure, let's see how this even goes. Oh, hold on. Banishment.
Let me tell you, one thing Starks don't have is charisma, so this is probably going to go badly. That's a -2. Which one were you banishing? The one on you, I'm assuming?
Yes, the one on me.
All right.
Kendall is not a tactical thinker.
It
Question.
goes away.
Hate to be that guy. Does Kendall have line of sight on it?
I will
Can
say
she see
because it is chewing on her, she
Okay,
can
fair
absolutely
enough.
target
I was
it.
gonna say,
Fair enough.
it's not. In this case, it's that I'm in the cloud with it and it's attached to me.
There you go.
I will say it's very difficult to not be able to see the thing that is taking chunks out of your flesh.
Yep.
Do we have any way of knowing if they're native?
I was about to ask those of
Sorry.
us who might have known.
My bad.
Roll me a religion, or either religion, arcana, or nature. Pick one.
I am best at Arcana. That
You're
said, I am
pretty
rolling dice.
You're not certain, but you're pretty sure that they are native.
Also
Okay.
a 10.
It's fine. That is my turn.
It'll probably be back in a minute. Till, you're up.
Fine ploy, Kendall resplendent in summer.
Shut up!
Well, there's only one extant target currently that I think I've got eyes on, so we're just gonna shoot it twice.
Will be at disadvantage because it is in the blood haze.
Oh, can I try for a perception check to see
Yeah,
if I
you
can
can go ahead and give it a
undercut that? 27.
27 makes it. You can in fact see it
Okay.
and try and shoot it.
28, 25, flurry of shells, 21, 31.
All those hit.
Okay. Oh, spend a key point. Boop. Mm.
13, 13, 11, 8. Nice.
Mhm. So yeah, just 4 shots. Bang, 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 bang. Mm.
Are you trying
And
to
now I feel
stun
like
this one, or
there's
are you
a lot
conserving your key
more
points?
blood around for this thing to hide in, but still, progress is being made. And if he can, he's going to shift over to here. Doesn't technically leave its threat.
No, you don't. You don't leave his threatened space. no.
Okay, so
Just us.
And the one that disappeared was here.
Correct.
Okay. If I'm attacking, can I take my bonus action first?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I will shoot it with my
I tend to be fairly lenient on the using a bonus action to attack, as long as you subsequently then attack with your normal stuff.
Okay, cool. Disadvantage?
Yes, it is. You can roll a perception check if you want to try and pierce it, but it's a difficult DC.
But would that be my action?
No, you can just try, but it's
okay.
difficult.
20?
Not enough.
Okay.
Yes, you're at disadvantage.
You know what? If I'm going to be at disadvantage anyway, I'm just going to step up to it and take a swing as Just Us says, Till Wayland, keen of eye, a fine shot, and will...
which one?
All 4 of them.
A fine series of shots, an 18 to hit.
18
I
hits.
understand.
Say the first one. The rest of them sucked.
Right. The fourth
12?
one was very good. The rest of them were mid at best.
12 damage.
12 points. Yeah, 12 points.
Yo.
And then my next one will be at disadvantage, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, no, you know what? Actually, instead, I'm going to just sort of take that swing and then sort of reach out and let me just double check. In case this is as Just Us yet. It actually won't even reach out. We'll just sort of swing, and I think even a fine series of shots. You feel a like a tingle, as though almost like you're starting to get a sunburn over your skin. And I will cast Healing Word at 3rd level.
Ooh.
I just want to note that Coltarn has received exactly 0 of these compliments.
That was not intentional. I think I was not
Petty.
there. No, that's actually not true. I think I said something to you in the mech because
Start making better shots, Coltarn.
Yeah, apparently I need to. I need to
14
crush
Healing
starts better.
Word.
Go.
Okay. Honestly, to be fair, out of character, I may have instead done a Black Eyed Peas parody instead of character. That's on me. No, I think he said something about Colton Keen of Mine, but can we retroactively say he did that instead of my stupid?
I'm not upset about it. It was just funny.
It is now Stark time.
It is now cook time.
The Stark turns around and
They need to make their wisdom saves for
yes,
spiritual
they
guardians.
need to make their
Okay.
wisdom save. They're not great at it, but no, that's a 9. They take full damage.
18 radiant.
Ooh, that Stark is not looking good. Does it see a way out of the situation? It is an animal and will try and flee if it can see a way out. Or does it feel cornered? It feels cornered. All right, it's going to try and murder its way out.
That's a good way to do it.
It will make an attack at Till, because Till is not at his full hit points.
Excellent. No, he's not.
That is a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
I will silvery barb it.
It'll make one more roll.
Nice.
That is a 19 to hit.
That is exactly my armor class.
All right. You take 22 points of piercing damage.
Surprise has an advantage to give to somebody.
Who's getting the advantage this time? Can I see the Stark?
You see the burst of blood as it takes a chunk out of Till. It is currently concealed from view.
Do I know who has the invisibility?
You know that Till and
Coltarn.
Coltarn.
I'll
And
give
I
advantage.
believe Just Us as well.
I'll give advantage to Coltarn.
Strida is next.
She's going to maneuver over here to get flanking with Just Us, which will make it a flat roll for her, right?
Yep.
Okay. Actually, she'll try and make the perception check. 24.
She just makes it. The DC
Hey-o.
is 24.
All right, so she's getting swinging at advantage. Proud of this girl. 24 and 27.
Both hit.
So she does 10 slashing 5 radiant, 12 slashing 5 radiant for 32 total damage. And I think that's everything. For
Here's
her.
a
Yeah.
here's a weird conceptual question for your GM brain, Jack. How does the NPC that you are piloting want to do this?
Oh, she's literally going to strike down once, just as like a rangefinder, and then literally seeing where the impact landed, just stick the tip, angle the blade, and literally just open this thing's side like an envelope so all the organs fall out.
Just the tip.
Yeah. So Strida strikes in with a thrust, finds that she has purchase, and then just sort of leans her shoulder into it and basically dashes along the side of this thing, and there is a tearing sound as the Stark's innards are opened and spill out across the floor as its body sort of drifts lazily.
It smells fantastic.
Well, we're all in void suits, so we don't smell it.
Surprise can smell it.
Yeah.
Sort of. The atmosphere is very thin here, so you can sort of smell it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure even if we're in void suits, a lot of them have probably gotten them torn by getting eaten by Starks.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
There like most void suits have like patching gels that try and fill in holes that get punctured, so you're not losing oxygen, but it doesn't feel good.
Stings a bit.
Patching gels that are also astringent.
As the last of the Starks fall and you are greeted by silence for a moment, that's where we're gonna go on break.
All right. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do. And also stay tuned for these commercial messages, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back. A dinosaur story.
Here, back to the world map.
We still have a Stark to kill.
No, it's dead.
No,
Yeah.
there one got
There's one that
banished.
got banished, but
Oh,
it's
right,
not
yes.
here. We can't kill it.
Just Us had, as soon as the other one was dead, Just Us has walked back over to where the other one is, has the bolide blade out, and it's just sitting there like cooking the area around.
Strictly speaking, the remaining Stark has taken 84 of its 120 worth of hit points and is currently banished, and you've got a minute to set up strikes on it. It's not
dead.
surviving when it comes back.
Right.
So
Readied actions all go off.
So it pops
I just
a
wanted to be
barrage of
very
gunfire.
clear. We have not forgotten it.
Yeah, a barrage of gunfire and punches and slices go into it, and then we're done.
A Stark comes back to be murdered.
Hi, guys.
Phil takes a breath, and then turns to Kendall. Miss Fairchild, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Who's holding the
I'm
motion
good.
sensor?
Kendall
I am.
and
Kendall?
Yeah, I check it.
Kendall, is there anything else coming?
I'm waiting to know.
Kendall looks at it, and it looks like the motion is quieted for now.
No, we good.
Right. How's everyone's wounds? Anyone need immediate major healing?
Till.
Till is covered
Yes.
in bite marks.
Till is standing there, and like his void suit covers most of him. But like on the inside of the faceplate, there's just splatters of blood up. You can see basically him from about here up.
If you will allow it, Just Us comes over to you and will sort of reach out. Both hands of the armor come up to lay on your shoulders, if you'll allow it.
I like to think that Just Us comes over and the hands just go to drop like that until just absolutely mirrors the gesture and puts them on Just Us's. What can I do for you?
There is. Let me check if I have to say anything. Yes. Just Us says, "May your burdens be eased, till Wayland, bearer of burdens," and I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay. Suppose I'm
12 plus 5, so 17.
17. Suppose I'm a bearer of easier burdens now then.
And you also notice like one of those bees that is accompanying you independently of Just Us is trying to shove one of those like horrible web mochi into your mouth, and you can have as many good berries as you want.
Currently, before he'd be going into overages, Till could manage to put down about 38 good berries. So as many of those.
Yeah. I have
I don't know if Till is physically capable of eating 38 good berries, considering that they nourish you for a 24-hour
I
period.
was about to say, you will either put on a significant amount of weight from that number of excess calories, or you're going to shit bricks. Literal bricks.
I have 100 of them. I would argue it's the opposite.
I'm sorry, how many?
100.
Because he spent all of it. Because he spends all of his spell slots the previous night casting Goodberry in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. All of my unspent spell slots go into Goodberries at the end of each day. And
As
yesterday, I only cast 1 spell slot.
Death by Goodberry.
I would
Exactly,
argue it's
Holly.
probably it'll be like 2 weeks before you have a bowel movement again. But
Yeah.
you can eat as much honey as you are comfortable eating.
That's why I restrict the fuck out of that spell.
Right?
Who else is injured?
I'm going to give
Kendall
him
is
another
not eating
4
any.
hit points.
The Zervon is injured, but it's a
Can't
machine.
heal the Zervon, yeah.
repaired. And it's barely injured, so.
Oh
I
yeah,
do
no, if
not
that's
have
a thing,
mending, surprisingly.
Till will
Mending-
go over and see if he can patch it up with his shipwright tools.
Mending will fix like small things. It won't really fix.
We don't
the
really have
machine.
the time to run repairs on the Zervon right now.
Your
in case there
ability
are
as a
more
shipwright
stocks.
has a thing.
Called I'll patch it.
Yeah, I'll patch it. What does it do?
Number of hit points equal
5 times
number
your
of hit
proficiency
points to a
modifier.
ship. I don't know if this would qualify. Equal to 5 times your proficiency modifier, which in this case would be 20.
Yeah. I would say that you can do that, but it will have to be over the course of a short rest for
Okay, no
for,
worries.
for a view.
We still have the majority of this ship to explore, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we
you-
were on
you-
our way to the cargo hold where we think they stored the Starks.
Yeah. Although it looks like they've gotten loose.
Do we have any indication of how many there were? I don't remember.
I don't think we
I don't
found
think
any
so.
records on that specifically. At least 4, I'd say.
All
That
right.
I think that's a fair guess. If there was less than 4, then I'm worried.
By the way, surprise. Excellent spell work. That was quite
Yeah.
impressive.
I mean, I do what I can. I'm
Let's
not
con-
bad.
Let's continue on towards the cargo base. We can verify how many stocks we're potentially looking for.
Indeed.
Till, please stay behind the mech.
Fair enough. By the way, can you do a structural analysis on this? And Till bends over the hole and looks down because he's looking at this going, shortcut?
Yeah, what
Uh,
else is what is on the other end side of that hole?
So
Yeah.
the hole basically busts down into the floor beneath, where you can see the decaying corpse of the frost giant zombie. And as you look down and sort of like look around, this looks like it was a maintenance hallway that somehow this giant's body was in. You're not certain how the body got here.
Yeah,
Are giants like a spacefaring race? Like-
They
Are there ships of giants? Do giants
hope
ever
so.
join human crews?
So giants tend to keep to themselves on their own planets and in their own ships. Finding a giant among a crew of non-giants is a rarity. Even more so a frost giant, because most frost giants tend to keep to like individual pirate crews. Very
in-
small, like unlikely to be seen.
Do we have the other 2 ships? Do we know what make they were? The ones that we haven't looked at yet.
One of the other ones was also human, and then the third one was
Werewolf. Werewolf.
Scolian, yeah.
Yep.
Shifter specifically.
Mhm. Yeah, no, Till's gonna, if it looks reasonably hazardless, Till's gonna fly down and toss that giant's body, see if he can figure out anything on that. Let's have a look and see what our
Till,
taller
what,
friend.
what did I just say?
I
I
can
got it.
literally
I
see
know.
it from here.
Drop down with him.
Come along, Colzar, and jump down.
Climb down.
Is there enough room
rather
in the
than
maintenance? I mean,
jump
there's
down.
enough room.
Can I
there
have
enough-
Colzar make an insight check?
Sure.
Is there actually enough room in this maintenance shaft for like a frost giant to move around comfortably?
Not comfortably, like theoretically, but you imagine like if this thing was moving through this place, it would have been like either on hands and knees or crawling for most of it.
It's a Jeffrey's tube for giants.
I don't have that 3, so just 16.
Till is
odd
an
choice.
avian and therefore thinks in elevation as just another dimension. For him, this is the equivalent of walking into another room.
Yeah.
With the door wide open that you're just on the other side of.
Yeah.
Right.
Prize is gonna duck
Do we
their
have any
head
sense of?
through the
Go ahead.
floor of this maintenance shaft and see what's on the other side of it.
Yeah, you sort of just like lean your head down and punch it through the floor, and like look around. There is you stick your head into a mess of wires and cables. It looks like this is some of the inner workings of the ship underneath this floor.
Why was it in the maintenance shaft?
Why
We
was it
don't
on
know
the
yet.
ship to begin with?
Where did it come from?
That's what I'm finding out.
These
Do
are
you
all
have
well,
a sense
zombie.
of what might be animating these things? I mean, is it just void energy that causes bodies to get up and walk around, or is there something?
There
also-
is necromantic energy like all over.
Yeah, you do know the ship is awash in wild necromantic energy.
And that just causes things to get up on their own, or does it have to be
Theoretically, but you don't know that.
We haven't
Also,
confirmed
where did
anything yet.
wherever the necromantic energy came from might also have caused zombies?
But go
I
ahead
am
and roll me an
operating under the
investigation.
assumption
Till.
that it didn't just spontaneously.
guidance?
21.
He did say guidance, so roll d4.
Oh, okay. 25.
So as you look around, Till, one thing that you notice, there's a cavity in this frost giant zombie's chest underneath its beard. And as you shift the beard aside, you look inside and you can see that there is a spider-like machine implant pressed into its chest where its heart would be.
Hold on. Okay.
Still climbing
As
down.
you look at it, you see that it is like this sort of spider web of machinery that sort of latches on to several of the bones around it. And the surface of it is like a roughly ovoid disc with a clear, like bulletproof glass pane filled with a black Icarus liquid.
Colton, I have something here that might require your expertise.
I will disembark from the Zervon once I get down there and check it out.
I do not know what the fuck I'm looking at here.
Technology roll?
You can roll technology.
24.
That's our boy.
With a 24, you recognize this device as something that is created to pump the oil of the what did I give the name of this fucking thing?
As long as it's not Phyrexian, I'm cool.
Stardust Compendium. What did I call this thing?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Lazarus, what did you name your virus? Or Lazar?
Lazar's us virus.
Fuck you, dude.
Technovirus. Yeah. So this is basically a massive, because it's built for a giant, storage and repository and distributor device for Necros virus nanomachine matter. That implies this giant was made undead artificially using the Necros virus.
Would that also imply that this giant was made that way by the undead pirate crew who we've run into once that I can't think of the name of?
The Necros pirates.
Yeah,
theoretically, the Necros pirates are the ones who do the most work in manipulating the Necros virus, being made with it.
So,
but
That Nyx.
yeah,
this
Pirate Queen
is-
Nyx. Yeah,
This is a prime example of don't touch it.
I didn't.
I'm making that
I
clear
only
for
almost
everyone.
did.
I'm making that clear for everyone. This is I came out of the mech to investigate it.
Yeah.
This is a delivery mechanism for the Necros virus. The nanomachine-based virus that turns things into undead. Hence,
Ooh.
don't touch it.
Ugh.
This would indicate that this was a manufactured giant zombie. Do I know other than like the undead? Would anybody else have this technology?
I mean, it was originally a troll that created it.
Right.
Theoretically, mad scientists and weird people across the galaxy have tried to experiment with the Necros virus previously. But the only people that are widespread known for its use are the Necros pirates and people like them.
Discounting the possibility of a mad scientist somewhere playing with tools he doesn't understand, this would most likely indicate that this was created by the Necros pirates and left here by the Necros pirates.
It needs to be destroyed.
I mean, we kind of did that, didn't we?
I think Just Us is talking about the technology, I think. And yes, it
We're
does,
called
but
Undead.
carefully.
Wait, it could still. Ugh.
Yes, it could still turn somebody into a zombie.
Ugh.
Under 25, does this guy have anything in his pockets either? Like anything identifiable or anything like that?
It looks
or even
like
just, credits? I don't know.
it looks like the majority of his gear was stripped from him. You suspect this was a specific plant.
Mm-hmm.
They took anything valuable off of him, stuck the machine in his chest, and left him here for someone.
Yeah.
Aren't we gonna, once we figure all this stuff out, aren't we gonna blow the ship anyways?
Probably.
So maybe we just leave this here, and then when we blow up the ship, it destroys that?
Oh, we're going to be salvaging the ship. Potentially. Taking it apart, even with explosives, isn't going to guarantee the destruction of the device.
Also,
So if my count is correct, we have mad scientists, werewolves, pirates, robo-zombies,
Well,
plagues,
potentially mad scientists, most likely just the undead pirates.
evil sharks.
They're not evil. They're just hungry.
So I think they're called Starks.
the Necros pirates are evil enough to account for any of the rest. Is there any
But yes,
chance
there
that
are a wide variety of hazards that we've collected over a short period of time. You're not wrong.
is there any chance that the destruction of the ship could result in a spreading of the effects of this device?
Theoretically, the oil itself is a nanomachine composite. If it gets loose from that device, any organic matter it touches risks infection.
Yes, the chemical solution that is being pumped through the body by the machine itself is itself the virus. If any of it gets loose in the destruction of the device or the destruction of the body that it's contained in, then it risks additional infection. Which is
Now,
why
I will say,
removed,
I will
destroyed
specify
carefully.
this because I don't want to make it sound way more dangerous than it is. The ichor that makes up the Necros virus has to enter into someone's system to begin infecting them.
Yeah.
You don't get it from just skin contact. It has
Right.
to either be put into your bloodstream or ingested or some other way. It has to get inside you.
Holtarn is not going into those specifics because he doesn't want anybody to treat it. He wants everybody to treat it as if it was transferable by contact, because then you'll treat it with more respect.
Holtarn knows his audience.
Then
Yeah, fair enough.
destruction of the ship is insufficient. We need to make certain that the virus contained within this device is neutralized prior to demolition.
Can you do
Well-
your mumbo jumbo that you did with the skeletons?
Turn undead, unfortunately, while it will destroy things made by the Necros virus, does not destroy the virus itself because the virus is not technically an undead.
This is a technological problem. It will require a technological solution. Can I just construct a containment device for it real quick?
Yeah, you can probably make just a sealed container designed to just hold the device.
Yeah, I can contain it until we can get
Hell,
rid of it
Xander can probably
properly.
do that too.
Great. How quickly?
Xander, would you mind giving me some assistance?
Actually, I think I might have
that
one.
was a question, not a do it quickly.
I think I might have a container.
Very
Xander says as he
quickly.
uses his tool belt to just produce one.
All right. It'll take a few minutes.
device?
What was that, Greg?
How big is the device?
It's roughly the size of what would have been the giant's heart, so like fist, like bleh.
Football?
Yeah, football size.
I will.
Unless anyone has an objection, we would like to carry it.
I would like. Yes, I do have an objection. I would like to have either myself or Xander carry it, just because the experts on the subject matter should monitor it in case it begins behaving in ways that are not easily identifiable.
This containment will hold it for a while. It's imperfect, but it'll do for us exploring the ship.
So, with Xander's help, we'll extract and contain it.
All right,
All right.
can we get going now so we can go find out how many Starks there are,
Yes.
please?
Yeah, I don't.
Keep
I
in
don't-
mind,
yeah.
Kendall's still up top. Kendall has not moved down this whole time.
Okay.
Is
Sounds good.
Coltarn taking the containment unit or is Xander?
I'm gonna put it in the mech
Okay.
where it's
Cold,
where it's
yeah,
concealed.
At the very least, if it turns anybody into a zombie in there, it's stuck in the mech.
Where's Mistle during all this?
Sorry,
We
Jerry-
would agree. We find
Nope.
that
Okay.
acceptable.
Mistel is on just us, his shoulder.
Okay. Till's gonna fly up to Kendall then, I think. How are we looking for a motion sensor now?
Everything's still blank.
Still nothing. Can we go?
Yes. Based on our navigation, Shani, does Till think it would be more efficient to take a maintenance tunnel or our current passageway that we were on already?
So the maintenance tunnel is a straighter shot throughout the length of the ship.
Okay.
It is more cramped, and if there are any dangers in it, you'll be in a more confined space. But it is the straighter path between you and either the reactor, the cargo bay, like the weapons batteries. Most of the important places on the ship, the maintenance tunnels can get to them more efficient.
All right. And when you're talking more cramped, because like our previous passage, there was like 20 some feet of headspace and stuff. Is it still like walkable for us?
It's still walkable for most of you. The mech has to squeeze through it.
Okay.
Which means the mech is moving at half speed and is like very tightly packed in.
He'll present that to Coltar, and then do you want to take the long way around so that we've got more maneuverability for the Zervan?
That would probably be best, yes.
All right. Sounds good. Out of the
Sorry.
tunnel, then.
We're taking the longest way possible.
Not the longest way possible, but the mech will be moving very slowly if we try and take the maintenance tunnels.
Okay.
We will probably make better time if we stick to the main passages.
Well, in the maintenance tunnel did the giant zombie leave evidence of where it came from? Like, is there scraping or anything?
There are significant like scrape marks and like trails from it. It seems to have crawled here from. If you were to pick a direction, probably the direction of the cargo bay.
Counterpoint, any chance we want to confirm where this virus is coming from?
I mean, the virus isn't going to.
Isn't it though?
One
knows
of
how
them
many
is
more are
going to
there?
kill us quickly. one of them is gonna kill us slower.
We concur with Surprise. It is not impossible that there are other virus bearers still behind. If they were to come up behind us as we encountered more Starks, it could be disastrous.
I'm more afraid of the virus.
Is there anything that Till can do to make a tactical analysis on this and get an idea?
Roll me a
what...
general intelligence check.
Okay, he's got a +2 to that. 9.
Only thing
I'm
that's
going
coming
to
to
use
mind.
my last inspiration. 5.
9. The only thing that's coming to mind right now is that these tunnels, something was put in these tunnels for a purpose, which means that something probably thought the tunnels were important enough to put a giant zombie in it. The other factor that comes to mind is that you haven't been attacked by more Starks yet, which usually means that there aren't any in your immediate vicinity.
Right.
Because if once one of them starts attacking, the rest of them will come.
Right. Yeah.
If y'all aren't planning on giving me shit for it, I'll go. Y'all can take the main route. I just want to make sure there's nothing else that's gonna... No more goo! No more goo, please!
I was gonna say, I know someone's gonna start yelling, but there are a lot of us. We can go 2 directions.
I was gonna suggest that, yeah.
All right. If we do that, Coltarn would lead one, I'd lead the other. Let's have...
There are 9 of you total, so it would be one party of 5 and one of 4.
Right. Surprise is Fairchild, Shrida, and I will take the maintenance tunnel. The rest of you, because I know Shrida has the ability to heal a bit.
Yeah. She can do a bit of healing.
Right.
Shouldn't the person who can't get to the Stark where we were heading quickest lead the other team?
That's what I'm saying. Coltarn isn't able to bring the Zuvan down in this maintenance tunnel. So Coltarn's going to be in charge of the corridor team. You, me, Surprise, and Shrida will be taking the maintenance tunnel, the more direct route, but cramped.
Okay.
To make sure I understand out of character.
Yeah.
The maintenance tunnel in the direction of the cargo bay?
We're all converging on the cargo bay.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, no, we...
Ostensibly, but Surprise
Well, we
is
think.
intending to follow the zombie tracks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they don't go to the cargo bay.
Then we'll be on comms, and we'll let everybody know. Jeremy?
I'm confused. I'm just going with it at this point.
Okay.
I don't understand where anything is at this point.
Do you want it? I can explain it.
I mean,
so the current plan, as I understand it, is that you're currently in the crew quarters of this ship. Your last known location of where the Starks would have been stored is in the cargo bay. The trail of this creature dragging itself also seems to point in the direction of the cargo bay, but not necessarily from there. We don't know until you follow it.
okay.
The current goal is to have Coltarn leading the crew that is not going into the maintenance tunnel make their way to the cargo bay via the regular routes through the ship, while the other crew going into the maintenance tunnel follows these tracks and sees if they also end up in the cargo bay, and if not, finds out where this thing came from and communicate on comms.
Confirm.
Tactical appraisal. How tanky is Strida?
Very.
Okay, all right.
She's a sack of hit points.
Okay, all right. That then I think that removes just us's only concern.
Okay. So
All right.
ultimately, we're all going to the exact same place.
Most
As far as we know right now.
As far as we know right now.
The
Essentially,
maintenance
two
crew
different
team will
places.
probably get there faster if they are
Okay.
going to the cargo bay.
All right. I retract like everything I said in the last 10 minutes. Then
Well, I mean, I feel
I was
like it was
just
valid
confused.
things to. I think it was valid things to say because that's what got us to split the group in the first place. But yeah, no, you're good. All right.
Be careful and let us know if you get caught in a small tunnel with a bunch of Starks, and I'll start punching my way down.
Excellent.
I'll point out
I
where we're
appreciate
at. We're good. I'm just gonna stick my arm through a wall.
It's just like
I'm the follow the beacon.
you have to pull your hand down every now and then because it works in short bursts, but it's just like stick hand up,
Disembodied
continue
arm.
walking, stick hand down, stick hand up, continue walking.
If we are not in time, this may be a good moment to discuss. How would each of you prefer to have your remains disposed of?
Not a good moment to discuss that, Justice. Let's go.
Why would you say that?
Because we find it significantly more difficult to have that discussion after the fact.
That's what
Oh, you
speak
can
with,
just wake me up and then we'll talk about it.
that's what
We
speak
know
with dead is
surprise.
for. Let's go.
I mean, the short answer for that is. Oh, we lost someone.
We lost Jack the Second's video.
The short answer for that is that you can ask my dad when he shows up and murders you for letting me die. So
I don't know if I'm comfortable going with Justice anymore.
Technically, only Till is contracted to keep you alive, so he murders Till for letting you die.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
did
if
you
mi-
think that would stop him?
Oh, if Miss Fairchild's dead, I'm already dead.
To clarify, Mistel, we would obviously prefer to avoid that, but we find in dangerous circumstances, it is best to prepare for the worst.
I find it's best to start shooting.
I understand. I think this is a really bad time for this conversation, though.
It is.
Tell you what,
Understood, and
we'll cover this as soon as we get back to the Golden Age Volkir, if we don't find a nice resting spot before then, but we'll address it as soon as we can. All right.
Party.
Miss Fairchild, do you need a hand down?
Nope. I
You just
jump.
Misty step there, slam
God
jump.
damn
Okay.
it.
There's a squishy zombie to land on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kendall Fairchild, jumping down holes to land on bodies.
So the party goes in
Fairchild,
two directions.
Jumping in holes.
Jumping in
if-
holes.
Just end it there.
If there is table, dance on table. If there is
Right.
hole, jump down hole.
No, at
Makes
the
sense to
moment,
me.
this is because she's an annoyed and petty little bitch. She knows that's going to infuriate Till.
It's okay. Till made a choice on how to split the party slightly to annoy Kendall. Xander's going with the corridor group.
I mean, that's fine.
Prize is not also going with
No,
Xander, though.
Kendall's actually okay with that.
Okay.
Because
So
that is ostensibly the less dangerous group.
yeah, theoretically.
Mm.
So between the two groups, the corridor group, the maintenance corridor group doesn't need to roll anything. They're walking a straight damn line. The rest of you, somebody in the other group, go ahead and give me a survival check.
It
Should
be me, perhaps.
I will give you advantage. For
Should not be
helping.
me.
I will help you make a survival check.
All right, and I will guide myself as well. So that's a 24 plus 25.
Just us as you've taken the time to memorize the supposed layout of this ship, and so you just have to sort of maneuver around collapsed corridors and hallways and just sort of make your way through. But you'll be going for a while.
Okay.
The other half of the crew makes their way down through the tunnels. The About halfway down the maintenance tunnels, Kendall, the motion sensor starts to go off. And as you look
How
at it,
big?
there's a lot of movement, but it's happening beneath you.
As in through a wall?
Yeah, like through the floor.
Right. Guys.
As you like take a step closer, you just see more movement. But it's all
I didn't take a step closer.
Yeah.
I said, guys.
Yeah.
Movement?
Lots. Now I take a step closer. There's more.
Yeah. It seems like roughly circling movement. Like you keep seeing like lines that go in a roughly curved arc and then come back in a roughly curved arc, and it's like it's all moving in one direction, but it's like a circular motion.
Well, that's very strange.
I could check it out stealth mode.
All right.
I'm going to suddenly Surprise's body just sort of slumps.
Are you gonna take an ethereal jaunt down?
Yeah.
Okay. So you.
So is it like a puppet who got its strings cut, kind of, just like?
That's all y'all see.
Oh dear, I was thinking she was going to the head.
So you notice a weird
you got a lot
thing.
to learn. You got a lot to learn, Till.
You notice a weird thing, Surprise. The amount of necrotic energy in here is permeating into the ethereal, which means you're moving like through soup. You are moving very slowly through the ethereal plane. As you
am I gonna have time within a minute to peek through and back?
You might. You'd probably be pushing it, but you do know that if the time limit runs out, you just get yanked back to your body because you're aligned to it. So,
is it harmful for me to be moving through this?
It's not painful, but it is hella uncomfortable.
Itchy.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
All right, so you sort of like push and shove your way through this morass of necrotic energy, and make your way down.
I'm just going ick the whole time.
And
you'll get it in your mouth.
Eventually, you make your way down through the one upside of this is that there is so much necrotic energy permeating everything that it is basically contouring the ship. The ship, which normally would not exist in the ethereal plane, it would be very difficult to make out. You can now see the outlines of it because of all the energy permeating everywhere. But as you make your way down through, you see that there is as you make your way through, you eventually come into what appears to be a large open space. And there appears to be a single, centralized, massive focal point of this energy that is like outputting it, seemingly like a massive reactor of necrotic energy.
That's what I was worried about.
And around it, you can't make out what they are, but dozens, if not more, not small, they're not small at all, but dozens, if not more, shapes just sort of circling around this reactor.
They do not appear to be Starks, though.
You can't make that out.
Can't tell.
You can just tell that they are things.
And in the dozens.
Yeah.
And we have found the source of the necrotic energy.
At least on this ship. You don't know if there are similar situations on the other two.
Okay. All right. I hate all of that. I'm just gonna allow myself to be yoinked back because I don't want to wade through all this stuff again.
Yeah, so your body snaps back into the suit.
Oh yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it. There's whatever this necrotic situation is, it's in there, and so are just so many and it's real icky in here, guys. It's real icky.
You're muted, Jack. The Elder.
About how far down was it?
Space is difficult to tell on the ethereal, but roughly speaking, you're looking at 40 to 50 feet.
Yeah, about 40, 50 feet. It's a lot harder to move on the ethereal plane because the necrotic energy is like, it's like walking through a swamp. It sucks.
All right.
That's not normal.
I don't like it.
That's like totally not normal.
Very not
Is
normal. It's very not normal.
No.
You guys wanted
Not
to just
even a
go
tiny bit.
home. That would be okay with me.
But I mean, the ethereal plane is where ghosts come from, right? And ghosts are undead, so wouldn't there usually be a lot of necrotic?
That is so
ghosts,
simplistic way of thinking of that's reductive.
I'm not an expert. I apologize.
That's like prejudice towards ghosts.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh, it's absolutely a thing.
Cocktail.
Learn something new every day, I suppose. I'm gonna jump on the comms and let Koljar know that
Vitalism is a very clear and present danger that the sentient undead deal with every day.
Undead, yes. Unperson, no. Pratchett.
So you calm Coltarn.
I'm going to wave so he knows where we're talking about specifically.
Coltarn, we seem to have found the central focus of the necrotic energy on this vessel, at least. It's about 40, 50 feet below our current positioning. Pretty heavy activity down there, seems. We weren't able to identify exactly what sort of entities, but several dozen orbiting whatever this focus point is.
It might have been hundreds.
Can I pull up
somewhere between several dozen and hundreds?
Can I pull up a schematic of the ship and see what would be there?
According to schematic, that should be where the ship's reactor core is, but the ship has no power.
Is that the kind of description that one might get from an undead reactor core?
Not usually. Like that's not like there are necrotic ship cores that have to be fed souls to keep the ship powered. Which you'll usually find on which you'll usually find like on Necros pirate ships. But that's not like they typically send power to the ship, not just radiate necrotic energy to everything.
But if they were if I could just like imagine it, just like working through it. If I had a ship that had a reactor core fed off of necromantic energies and souls, and it was damaged, would it just leak necromantic energy everywhere?
I mean, depending on the kind of damage, maybe. The more likely outcome, however, is a complete spirit rupture and necroquake. Necroquake being fun. A necroquake being a term for a massive outpouring of necromantic energy that immediately zombifies the entire crew and then pours out.
Like what might have happened here?
That would I'm talking more of like an explosion rather than a flood.
Okay.
Johnny, I 100% refuse to believe that you have not seen Event Horizon.
I have never seen Event Horizon.
You are lying.
I have literally never seen Event Horizon.
So back in game.
Either
Necroquake
that
is
or,
my Korn cover band.
Like my friend, you saw it, completely erased it from your mind, because that's what kind of a movie it is. Because, good Christ.
So there's a couple of different things that could be going on here. Primarily, though, that is the location where the reactor core should be.
Makes sense.
And
it's probably the location where we shouldn't be, if you want my opinion.
That is a very good analysis. However, we will have to get eyes in there at some point, just because if there human reactor cores are not, while there are reactor cores that are fed off of necromantic energy and powered by the sacrifice of souls to the engine, human vessels typically aren't that. So something is happening there.
This is way above our heads. We need to call someone in for that.
We're the ones who were called in specifically
I
to
understand that. I know, but we were called in to invest.
Oh,
if
yes, no, we're the recon
Theoretical.
team. We're
Yes.
not the right. We're
Yeah.
not necessarily
If-
the direct engagement team. You're absolutely
if we
right.
were called in to investigate, say, for example, I don't know, a ship losing communications, lost track of it, and we went in and we found a massive army ready to invade everything. That doesn't mean, well, we got called in for it. We have to beat the army.
No.
I think let's finish getting a head count for how many stocks there should have been on this ship, and then leave. Because I think we have a good idea of the fact that this ship, at the very least, seems to be some sort of necromantic trap that should be approached with a bit more planning than what we've done so far.
Be.
I like that plan. It doesn't involve going to the reactor.
Yes. Let's finish getting to the cargo bay, see if we can generalize a head count, and then leave. Unless there's any objections to that.
I would be hesitant to leave, or we would be hesitant to leave entirely, but we agree that a retreat by the rest of you would not be a poor idea. Could I also make a nature check to see if I know how fast Starks reproduce?
Roll me nature.
Like
I don't
rat.
know.
No clue.
That's a well, we need to
Mitosis.
queen.
I'm assuming the rest of the groups continue moving towards the cargo bay with that
Yep.
conversation.
Yep.
Till-
Miss Fairchild.
Isis is overhead. You think I should call Dad? He probably knows how to deal with something like this.
Let's get to the cargo bay and pull our analysis. Keep that on hand, I would
Right.
say, just in case. Odds are we'll probably report into the Core Adventures League first, but alerting Mr. Fairchild might be advisable depending on potential reactions and resources at hand. Yes.
See, I checked before I did it.
That was very courteous of you, and I appreciate you being willing to. Thanks.
Uh-huh. Progress.
We could all use some.
I'm continuing to have Tolbar, produce a extensively detailed report. As
So the first of the two groups to reach the cargo bay is the group walking through the maintenance tunnels because it's a much straighter shot.
Yep.
You eventually make it out. You sort of push open a hatch and climb your way out of the maintenance tunnel into the what appears to have been the cargo bay. It looks like it has been mostly emptied of anything valuable. There are 4 cages that are present in the area that appear to have been like aquatic tanks, because even if Starks can survive in various atmospheres, they are traditionally an aquatic species. They look bigger than 1 Stark tanks.
Okay. Based on the size of Starks we encountered, how many would Till think could fit in 1 tank?
2 to 3.
2 to 3? Okay. So we probably half at most is what we encountered. With that knowledge, Till is just head on a swivel at this point.
Motion tracker, like, again, as you passed over where that reactor core was, there was so much movement around that reactor core.
There
As you
was
went away-
like,
Go on.
okay, yeah. No, I was going to say, was it enough that like if something had been walking behind us, we wouldn't have seen it on the thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's basically like, okay, we're tracking. It's just all white.
Sort of, yeah, something like that.
I think this tracker is malfunctioning and just went to a white screen.
Yeah, and then you get further away and it starts to
Oh.
go away.
Cool.
All right.
But yeah, it looks like you can see there were storage crates here, and like several of them have been opened and the contents taken out.
Okay.
But the only thing that isn't an empty storage crate are those empty cages or empty tanks.
But actively, like, and it looks like the storage crates were like sort of gone through and had the contents removed. It's not the sort of like, oh, things are just tossed around willy-nilly and everything is just gone, spilled out.
Yeah.
kind of
So if roll me what kind of things do you have for analysis of a situation?
perception, probably, or insight would be my two
roll
best.
me either perception or insight.
Okay.
Can I spend some
29.
Can I spend some time looking around for labels or logs or screens with information on them?
Roll me
Yeah,
investigation. And you as well, Kendall?
I'm looking for any kind of like recorded logs or
Use inspiration.
Is Kendall there? I thought Kendall was with the other group.
No, Kendall's with the maintenance group.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say Kendall. If Till is breaking out groups, Kendall's in Till's group.
Of course.
Yeah. Kendall didn't
you
even
can-
argue it.
You can also roll me investigation.
Okay.
So with a 29 perception, Till, something that you notice about this was surgical. Like every box has been opened, the door has been laid down, and everything that was of value in it has been taken out. The boxes themselves have not been thrown, they've not been tossed.
Mm-hmm.
This was done with meticulous care.
Okay.
With a 13 and a 19 investigation from Surprise and Kendall. As you look around, it looks like, based on what you can find of the notes on the rest of these, what this vessel was trafficking, other than the Starks, were largely weapons, armor, general goods for trade. And there is a single crate that has not been touched and not been opened. And as you find it amidst the pile of opened ones, it simply says Stardust storage.
What's that mean? Oh wait,
So-
do I have any knowledge about what that might be?
Yeah.
You can roll me history if you want.
History?
It's not a hard DC. Stardust is the thing the setting runs on.
I mean, fair.
They said the name of the movie.
Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20. This is incredibly appropriate until you have a much lower DC than everyone because you're a shipwright.
Right.
I'm gonna use my second surprise.
Second inspiration. Yeah.
Inspiration. What are words?
Yeah.
Good question.
You can go
What
ahead and
am I
use the
doing,
inspiration.
history?
You can, history again. Yeah. It's okay. So yeah, all three of you are aware of this. Stardust is the traditional fuel of the setting. It is what is used to what is used for most ships that run on traditional engines. Some engines run on different things, like those necromantic engines I mentioned, but most engines are Stardust engines. Stardust is harvested from stars, hence the name, but it is an invisible, odorless gas that generates an incredible amount of energy when an electric current is run through it. This electric current also fries literally anything caught in it. So it is very, a stardust leak is very dangerous because any electrical current running through leaking stardust basically guarantees everything in the room fries. One thing that Kendall knows with a 20, undead in particular are very susceptible to stardust damage because a lot of them are made from the Necros virus and are nanotech. The amount of frying and destruction that a stardust leak can cause on an undead crew is basically one of the few things that the undead are afraid of. In fact, it is a very common go down with the ship tactic that if you are being boarded by Necros pirates and they are trying to crack your hull open, if you know you're going to die, a lot of captains will just say, rupture the Stardust engine, they're not getting this ship.
Okay.
Since Surprise doesn't know that, they're going to assume that this is a trap and start assessing the crate for ruptures or other damage.
As you sort of look it over, it appears to be pristine. Like, it appears to be completely not touched whatsoever. Probably deliberately.
Well,
So it used to. So this is used to. Yeah, and fuel, of course. They didn't get a chance to. They got attacked by these undead, and didn't get a chance to use it.
either that or the undead who were on this ship maintained enough intelligence to know that they could go through all of these crates, but this was one that they should not risk
Or
cracking
that.
open.
Or that. Yeah.
Beep. Coltarn,
That means we should
it's
take
your
it.
birthday. We found what seems to be a pristine, unbroken, fully sealed Stardust crate.
Coltar begins responding by, "My birthday's not for another 6 months." Oh, I see.
You guys are about a minute out from the cargo bay at this point.
How long have we known each other?
Several months now.
Not 6, though.
Not yet. Not a full 6 months now.
Okay.
His birthday would have been very briefly before you guys met.
Okay.
But a few minutes pass, and then the rest of the crew joins you in the cargo bay.
Till will give them a rundown of what we found so far and his best theories. If you've got other ideas.
Can I roll to see if I have other ideas?
Can I make an intelligence check of some kind?
Yeah.
Investigation?
Yeah, you can roll investigation if you want.
Yeah,
Same thing. Yeah, all you can.
I'll
Just
give
to see
myself.
what runs through your head.
I will assist if I may and guide Coltarn.
not rolling.
I was going to
well
give
tonight.
myself guidance.
Okay. Well, I will assist you then.
Okay.
The two of you are sort of talking out theories.
Oh, 26.
26. Yeah, as the situation has unfolded, the idea that is most coming to your mind, at least, Coltarn, is that, especially based on the gashing and ripping out damage that was done to this ship was probably cracked open by Necros pirates. And whatever is in that reactor was probably left as a present, air quotes, which would explain why they took everything and did not touch the Stardust crate, because undead are very afraid of Stardust ruptures.
So, pirate attack, disabled the ship, left a reactor core full of necromantic energies and presumably more Starks as a present for anyone that checked it out. Left Stardust crate because they don't like Stardust. They don't like dealing with Stardust ruptures.
And their engines don't require it.
Correct.
All right.
Doesn't
Well,
explain the other two, but it at least explains this one.
well, this is a booby-trapped salvage
And we know that
smorgasbord,
and we know that
effectively.
Nyx has been operating in the area, so
That is true.
Who's next?
Fuck that bitch.
Nyx is
A
the
murderer.
self-styled pirate queen of the undead.
All right.
Sounds lovely.
In league
Well.
with I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the demon lord's name.
Dystagmos.
In league with Dystagmos. Part of the effort to remove the forbidden god. Forgotten god or forbidden god?
Forgotten God.
Forgotten god. Ironically, I couldn't remember. And to breach the borders between the realms. Also our murderer.
Sounds like you got some beef.
Yeah, she sucks.
All right. Well, let's strap this crate on to Zervan. And unless anyone's feeling particularly like they want to do a ridiculously stupid flex, we move on to the next ship before we crack open that reactor core.
We would recommend taking some form of precaution to make certain that no one else enters this ship.
I
Can
feel
we
like
let
the
authorities
Adventurers
know?
League already has that handled, but we can
You
send out a
do
beacon.
recall that Amelia, Ivern, and Darius are waiting at the end of the gantry, sort of keeping an eye on things.
And that's literally the only point of entry.
As far as anyone else knows, like unless you wanted to come around the outside.
Okay.
Though I do, the scans that we have of the ship, does it show if the reactor core is sealed still, or if it's open to space?
Based on what you had seen, the reactor core did not appear to have been completely opened up.
Okay.
It does appear to still be in a the core itself might not be sealed to the rest of the ship, but it is not open to space.
Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to get at, is that, you know, we're not gonna go investigate the next ship and then have a reactor core full of Starks follow us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The reactor core is relatively sealed, so we shouldn't be in too much danger moving to the next ship from the contents therein.
All right.
I am, however, going to make sure that this Stardust crate, while left intact, has not been left modified or tampered with. And I'm going to
make sure there's not like a
reinforce the
pressure
Stardust.
plate.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
right, yeah.
I'm
Roll
going
investigation.
to double check the Stardust crate to make sure it's not
Till will
going
assist.
to explode.
I will guide unless you're
All
guiding.
right, that's fine. Yeah. So assistance and guidance. 15.
Seems fine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Then I will load it into the Zervon
Boom.
for carrying.
Yeah.
Quickest TPK, Stardust Rupture.
Right.
Like for reference, being in a room with an active Stardust Rupture is the lightning damage equivalent of walking in lava.
Right. Amazing. All right. Well, what are we thinking? Republic of Kingdoms or Skull Ship next?
Perhaps a moment to recenter ourselves.
I mean, my philosophy is intact, but if you need a moment.
I find a moment in contemplation is seldom wasted.
Take a break, and then we'll move to the other human ship.
All right. Works for me, everybody.
As you start to make your way out of the ship full of Necro Starks to try and find a place to take a rest, that's where we're going to end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.